All right, guys. So I just wanted to make a video just reviewing some of the concepts we've talked about in this chapter. I think especially we need to talk about that break apart method when we take apart to add, just because I think, that's a little tricky. So we just need to make sure we understand it. So when we break apart to add, the goal is that we really, really want to make it easier for our brains to add big numbers. So 2-digit numbers that normally would be a little bit difficult for us to add in our brain, this is going to help us be able to add in our brain more easily. So whenever I look at this, if I'm going to break apart this number, oh my gosh, look at all these little dots. Oh my gosh, Miss Argo. Okay, let's try that again. So remember, I'm going to break apart one of my numbers so that I can make this guy become a 10, okay? Or a multiple of 10. So 20, 30, 40, 50. That's what I mean when I say make it the next 10. So this right here is a little fact family, okay? It's going to be all of the parts. Both of these parts are going to add up to be 69. So the question is, how much do I take out? Well, I'm going to bring 24 down because I'm going to want to add 24 plus something to get to the next 10. What is the next 10? The next 10 would be 30, right? 24, if I keep counting up, the next 10 I'm going to get to is 30. So how do I so this is another fact family right here. You see this? This becomes another fact family. So 30 is going to be equal to 24 plus something. 24 plus what equals 30? 24 plus, so think about the ones. If there's 4 ones, 4 plus what equals a 10? 6, right? So 24 plus 6 is going to equal 30. So let's come back up here to this fact family right here. If I took 6 out of 69, how much is left? How much is left? Well, if I do 9 minus 6, that would be 3. So 69 minus 6 would be 63. Okay, so I just put together 2 different fact families, right? I put together this one. Oh, let me go a little different color. This is one of my fact families, and this is the other one of my fact families, right? So do you see how 6 is part of both of them? That's kind of fun. Okay, but basically we took 69 apart into 6 plus 63. And then we took out the 6 because it was going to make 24 go to 30, okay? Okay, so now what is left to add to 30? 63. We didn't do anything with this guy yet, right? We added 24 plus 6 and got 30, but we haven't done anything with 63. So 30 plus 63. Now this is so much easier to add in my brain because I know 30 plus 60 equals 90, plus 3 more, 93. So easy to do in my brain, right? So much easier. It may not be like super easy, but the more you do it, the easier it'll get, okay? Let's do another one. Let's say we're breaking apart the second one now. The first number, okay? So let's say we're breaking apart 47 into something plus something. Remember, that's going to be a little fact family. 47 is the whole, and then those are my 2 parts. And so the question is, what do I take out to make 15 go to the next 10? That number is going to go here, okay? That number that's going to make 15 go to the next 10 goes right next to 15. They're going to be buddies because they're going to equal 10. So how much do I need to take out so that 15 goes to the next 10? What is the next 10? The next 10 is 20, okay? So how do I what's the other part? If I have 20 equals 15 plus something. Well, look at the ones. 5 plus what equals a 10? 5 plus 5 equals a 10. So here's my little fact family. 5 plus 15 equals 20. So now let's go back up to this fact family. Okay. 47, I took 5 out of it. 5 plus what equals 47? Well, I can do 47 minus 5. What is 7 minus 5? 7 minus 5 is 2. So 47 minus 5 is 42. Oh, let's just delete all that. Okay, 42. So now we put 5 and 15 together to make 20. What's left to add? 42. So now I can add 42 plus 20 really easily because I know 40 plus 20 is 60, plus 2 more, 62. Awesome. I hope that helps with the break apart method. Again, this is just a strategy to help you. It's one of lots of strategies we're learning. So if it's not super easy for you to understand, it's okay. It's okay. We're going to do a lot more with this kind of thinking. And so it's going to get It's going to click eventually, okay? And it'll help with your mental math. All right, so let's just do a normal 2-digit plus a 2-digit, and we're going to line them up to add. So when I line them up, I'm going to make sure that I line them up really straight this way, right? And then I also need to make sure when I write 68 that I write the 10s under the 10s and the 1s under the 1s. They should be lined up like a laser, right? Just straight down this way and straight down this way. You should be able to point a laser and it's going to go straight through both numbers. Okay, so now I'm going to add 4 plus 8. So when I add 4 plus 8, where's my nice little coral color? I like that one. Okay, so I'm going to add my 1s first. 4 plus 8 equals 12, right? And if you don't remember that, you can go 8 plus what gets me the next 10. Well, 8 plus 2, and then how much more? If I took 2 out of 4, plus 2 more. 10 plus 2 is 12, okay? So whenever I add my 1s, if this number is 10 or more, I'm going to have to regroup some of those 1s. I'm going to have to group 10 of the 1s into a 10. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to take that 10 and put him with the other 10s. And I'm not going to forget about him. I'm not going to forget because it's easy to forget about that little guy, okay? And then when I take 10 1s out of 12, I have 2 1s left over. So now, do you see how I put my 2 straight underneath the other ones? Okay, just making sure. All right, now I'm going to add all my 10s. 1 10 plus 3 10s plus 6 10s. Well, I'm going to add 1 plus 3 because I know that that equals 4, and I know 4 plus 6 equals 10. So that would be 10 10s, which would be 100 and 0 10s. So my answer is 102. Okay. All right, let's go to this guy. 23 plus 53. So I'm really going to make sure I add up my line up my numbers, right? Line them up straight this way. And then I'm going to put 53 right underneath. 5 10s goes under 2 10s. 3 1s goes under 3 1s. Plus sign, draw a line. Okay, so now I'm going to add my 1s together. I'm going to add my 1s together. What is 3 plus 3? 6. Is that an acceptable number? It is because it's not 10 or more. So I don't have to take any of those 1s out to regroup. So this guy's just going to go right down here in the 1s place. Okay. Now I'm going to add my 10s together. 2 10s plus 5 10s equals 7 10s, 76. All right, here we go. One of the big ones. One of the big guys. Here we go. So we have 11 plus 27 plus 22 plus 35. So I'm going to make sure that I line up my numbers really well. Okay, 11, 27, 22, 35. Plus sign, draw a line. Erase that little guy. Okay, here we go. So first thing I'm going to look for is, can I make 10? Well, right off the bat, I'm not seeing anything that's going to make 10 right away, right? 7 and 1, no, that doesn't make 10. I know 7 plus 3 is 10. Could I make 3 with some of those other numbers? Yeah, I can make 3 with 2 plus 1. So I know 2 plus 1 plus 7. 1 plus 2 equals 3, plus 7 equals 10, and then I just have 5 more to add. So 10 plus 5 equals, let me erase all those circles. Oh, wait. There we go. All of those together is going to equal 15 1s. So when I do this right here, I think some of y'all were thinking that I'm just adding 1 plus 5, but this is encompassing all 4 of those numbers that I added together, okay? Important. So is 15 10 or more? It is, so I'm going to have to regroup. I'm going to have to take 10 of those 1s and make a 10 with the other 10s, and then I'm going to take my 5 1s that are left and put them in the 1s place. Now, after this, when you get to the 10s, if you can't make 10 immediately, it's just going to be up to your preference. I see that 1 and 1 is going to make 2, and then I have 2 other 2s, so I can say 2, 4, 6, and then 6 plus 3 equals 9. So 95. All right, my friends, I hope this helped. Go get started on your review, please.